Hey guys, and welcome back to the GC. I'm here on the couch and I have some pickups for today. Got a couple of Wii games I've added to the collection. I've got another little surprise, a heavy hitter for another set. And we picked up a nice something for the Xbox 360 yesterday, so I'll show you that one as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with my pickup for today. I'm going to unwrap these in a moment. Let's have a look at these. I picked up these off Vinted. You'll find that I do a lot of my shopping on Vinted at the moment. So I live in Cornwall, there's not a massive amount of game places down here. A few CEXs and there's a few game shops. Which hopefully I can show you over the next coming months, that when we get out and about, and hopefully hit some few bits in the summer as well. So our first one here looks good so far. Okay, just is a bit scratched, but it's okay. So actually, this one is actually going to end up going back, which is a real shame, because it's actually the wrong game. Okay, so that's the first one. So we have the Great Dinosaur Rescue inside, and we have Go-Go Diego's Safari Rescue on the outside. So it's actually the wrong game. So good start. So I have a little update on our wrong game issue. So that one, the Go-Go Diego, I've messaged the seller, and the seller has kindly offered a full refund for me and said I could keep the game. So fantastic. That's all you can ask really. When something goes wrong is either you get your money back and you return them, or what this seller's done is just, obviously they weren't a lot, a couple of quid, but for the seller to just say, yeah, you can keep them, and to offer a refund is great service. So yeah, good. I'll see if I can match the game up, see if I can get a cover for this one, and try and get the game and the manual for the other one. Until then, this one will sit out of the collection. Let's open number 2 and see what we got with this one. So this one I bought a while back in a bundle, and it ended up being a US version, so the NTSC. So it's good to finally have it in the right PAL language. This one looks good. Disc is alright. So this one here is Nerf and Strike. So I'll get onto the seller and message about that other one. But unfortunately, that is the wrong game. So when I have a few pickups that I've had this the start of the week. So we have Disney Sing It Family Hits. We have another uncommon one here. So Cabela's Big Game Hunter for the week. And this one that I'm about to show you is a bit more of a uncommon heavy hitter. Can go upwards of £40. I actually got a real great bargain on this one. There was a slight mark on the disc that the seller was saying. I tried my luck, give it a go. It arrived. I've looked at the disc, and actually the disc is in very good condition. It's a tiny little smudge, but it doesn't affect the use of it, which is fantastic. And what I actually found out earlier when I was adding all my games to the list that I keep on my laptop, which makes it a little bit freaky. Though this game was the 666th game I bought, which is quite strange when it's a horror film. Horror game. Ju-On the Grudge is based on a horror film. For that to be the 666th game I bought was quite strange. And our final pickup, or final game pickup, has got me one closer to that Wii U full set. It was an expensive one, so I've been looking for this one for a while. I've been keeping an eye on eBay sold listings and eBay listings, trying to find one that are at a reasonable price. Obviously, this one is one of the heavy hitters. It's upwards of £100. There's been a few on there recently that have been about 180, 160. So this one popped up at a good price. The seller marked it down a little, which is why I pulled the plug on it and went for it. The only knock-on effect for me was that it come from Australia. So the postage was a little bit higher. But for what I paid for the game and the postage was still cheaper than anything that I could find UK based. So it's a PAL, it's a European PAL game that wasn't released in the UK. This one was released in France, and that is Love Me Buddy's Wonderland. Also, it is sealed as well. It probably will stay sealed. Maybe one day I might give it a go, but it didn't get rave reviews. A very children's based game, and it come out of the latter end of the Wii U cycle. Obviously, it didn't have a massive cycle with the Switch coming shortly after us. So that's the pickups of the games, and I'll now show you my pickup from yesterday. So this one's a bit different to the games. This one was from a local seller. I was currently at the time of when this one came up, was up at Clydesdale Park, my local football team, for Redruth United. I was up tidying up there, and my brother messaged me to say that this had come up, and it was originally up for some money, and the gentleman who was selling it just wanted it gone. So he dropped the price off and was giving it away. It was I couldn't turn that down. So from my brother's message, I messaged the bloke, asked him if I could come up and pick it up. And he said, yep, no one's offered to come and take it. It's yours. So later the next evening, I thought I was going a little bit further afield. It turns out he was just 5 minutes away from me. So I went up, picked it up. Here is what that is. So it is the Rock Band drum set for the Xbox 360. Obviously, having a tidy up over the last week, I now have room for something like this in my games room. I've not had anything like this before. I've always liked the look of them, the drum sets, the guitars, and some of the guitars tend to go for £40-50 with the game on Vinted or on eBay. Obviously, the drum sets are a little bit more difficult to sell on those sort of things. But looking at eBay listings, again, they're upwards of £50-60. So to pick this one up for free was fantastic. It's in great condition. There's no marks on it. It's the pedal and then a couple of well-used drumsticks. But the actual drum set itself is in great condition. So I was really happy to pick that one up. So that is the end of the pickups today, or for this week for now. So please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to create your world of gaming.